Cyclones have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. He'll call for the fair catch here.
Entering accessibility screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected. Entering accessibility screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Here comes the offense on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. To the ground with the back. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got an open man. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Takes the easy one to the back. On the move at the 30. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cuse. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Offense getting set for first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The give to the tailback. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Fires to the wideout. It's caught. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Cyclones!
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Guys, he's already got 44 yards for him on the ground now. What a first quarter for this guy. Ready to fire from the pistol. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Trying to move the sticks on third down. He wants to throw it. Buys a little extra time. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Off-play action on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Shoots it to the left. Got him downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Running back goes in motion. From the red zone, looking for a man. And the ball is intercepted. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
He wants to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
And that's the look in man coverage you can throw the hitch route against, right? When the receiver's got a little bit of access, so he's got some room to work with. Against press, you're risking a pick six. So good decision there by the Q, knowing that was a good look to throw into.
He's back to throw on second down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
To the air on first down. Quick strike complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they're going to have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
He's up to 55 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. And the Cyclones are in the red zone. Makes the grab. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO fake. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew that he had the slant throw right in behind.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. In prime position here on 2nd and inches and within striking distance of a touchdown. Here's the handoff. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa State. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Poor starting field position here for this offense. He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
After the first down completion, it's 2nd and short. The give. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
Now from their own 20-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to...
Makes the grab on the right. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
And as a quarterback, that's what you want to do on these deep go-route type throws. You want to put a lot of air under it so your guy can turn around, locate it, and then make the catch.
Yeah, and that's so hard to stop. I mean, I'm running full speed down the field with a guy that's this fast, and I don't know where the ball is and when it's coming out, and trying to make a play on it is extremely difficult.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Gets it out fast.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. He has 60 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going for it all. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Orange.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the extra point is blocked. Now he can return this. Crosses midfield. Past the 30. He's at the 10. He takes it all the way back for the defensive 2-point conversion. And that fumble just lets the air out of what was a really impressive drive.
You got to finish drives, Reese. I mean, you're out here and you're executing and you're putting something together and you're building and you're creating momentum. You cannot turn the ball over and give all the momentum again back to your opponent.
Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this off.
He's off to the races. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man quickly. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. The Cyclones will have it 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. Picked off. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, Dave? And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. After getting nothing done on the last one, this is a big play, 2nd and long from the 11. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
I think it's really hard to overthrow that guy. He is already that fast, and he breaks open, and you have an opportunity just to club up a little bit. Just put him.
He lofts one down the sideline. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And on that 3rd down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up 4th.
Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Welcome to upstate New York, Syracuse University, and under the dome today we have a terrific clash in store. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Cox. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The offense lining up for a first down play. He's looking to throw it. Using the quick game. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
Throws to the wideout. And the timing just a hair off.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Back to the air one more time. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
And the Cyclones have their offense in high gear. Looking to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After misfiring, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
From the gun, running back on the move. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Wants to fire on second down. Grab near the marker. It's Black. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on second down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him. Okay, I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff.
What a snag by the defense. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
And how about that play by the defense offense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
Offense set on first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll try the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Ross. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly.
He hurls one deep down the left side. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Syracuse. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Iowa State sending the offense back out. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the runner paid the price on that one. Nobody blocked the middle linebacker. He came through that hole unencumbered and laid the lumber on that tackle for loss.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Finds space on the right. Tackle is made after the 1st down.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down distances, 3rd downs, and having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it. And the big tight end.
And he makes the catch inside the 20. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The Cyclones are flying down the field. Give to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, you're in the red zone. You bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting a run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Cyclones!
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. Liberty went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab some serious attention. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Flames ever do that? A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious the defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. The give to the back. Still on his feet at the 45. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Cuse. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
A first down for the offense. From the gun, running back gets to give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
They'll throw it on first down. A little screen to the running back. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Hey, just a great job by the defense. First down, the whole menu's open to the offense. They try to slip in the screen pass. They see it right away. Get him on the ground for no gain.
Got him, and nobody's close. Speeding down the left side. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Iowa State.
Such a nice job by the wide receiver there on the corner route. He did a nice job off of his stem, not telegraphing where he was going. The defender had no idea. And when he broke to the corner, he created a little bit of separation. There was an accurate throw. He made the catch and then took it into the end zone.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Orange. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up. It's because of that awesome kickoff return.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Gets it out quickly. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. They're working that left side. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Cyclones are on the move. On the run, it's Lee.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Firing to the right, complete. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. The Cyclones will snap it on 1st and 10. He leaves it with the back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
The counter play is a great play to mix in because defensively, you're not looking for the counter. You're looking to attack, attack, attack. All of a sudden, two guys pull across the formation. Now you got to change your direction really quickly, and it keeps you off balance and really keeps you on your heels.
The corners are walked up tight. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Cyclones. Boy, these offenses are just making it look easy.
Defense optional in college football nowadays. So many weapons, so much speed on the field, so hard to defend. Defense, I don't know how you play it. I really don't. Just try to get a stop, beg for one, please.
On to attempt the try. Splits the uprights. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken Stopped at the 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like,
oh, the pirouette, he's got room. All kinds of running room. The 20.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Out of the gun to give to the back. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the 1st without scoring. They'll try to get it through the air. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up, and keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. With 8 seconds to go in the half, wonder if they'll try to get a big play just to see what happens. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Looking to throw. He's going for it all. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the 1st half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. All lined up and ready to go for a great 2nd half ahead. Fair catch called for and made. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Trying to set the tone with the run. Got room at the 35. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game 1, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this guy.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Discards a man. Worked his way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully.
Throws toward the end zone. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into, and when he caught it, making him feel you.
Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
Great play by the quarterback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And the try is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And just not enough leg on that kick. You see it just gets knocked down by the crossbar.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Bulls his way forward. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the middle. He makes the catch.
A nice job by the offense there, attacking the middle of the field. Excellent route, finding the soft spot in the defense. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it right on his guy.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Getting some heat. He'll pull it down.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Quick completion on the out. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up 1st and goal.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa State.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. On 1st down, here comes this offense. They'll run it. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game, running the football.
They'll give it to the back. Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield.
Oh, look out. There he goes. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Cuse. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Indiana went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Hoosiers always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Going downfield for the big play. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
Yeah.
Let's it fly deep downfield. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Orange.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded and get the big passing touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. On the run, it's Lee. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He'll take a shot. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be fourth down.
And now such a tough situation late in this game. You're trailing, but now it's fourth and long. Like, it's one thing if it's fourth and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Throws for the tight end. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Got room on the return. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp.
Can anyone catch him? And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Syracuse.
Offense putting up more points, and guess who's jacked up? This home crowd starting the season off with offensive fireworks and looking to go 1-0. They are loving their squad.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. The kickoff unit about to go to work. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Iowa State sending the offense back out. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Quarterback moving. Bought a little time, lets it go. That's caught. It's Lee. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have...
Got a lot of running room. Inside the 10. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And the Cyclones racing to the line in the hurry-up. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, offense is penalized. The Cyclones have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Touchdown, Cyclones! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And that's why you've got a lot of receivers on your hands team. Guys, the best hands on your team, so they're able to hop on that.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Going to the running game. The ball's free. Now the defense has got it going the other way.
It's a big mountain to climb, but the defense helping themselves out by getting that takeaway. They're going to need a few scores now, but you needed something positive to happen. You needed the momentum to shift, and I think the defense just did that by getting the takeaway.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Throws to the tight end. Makes the grab.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Makes the grab down the middle. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. Try to barge their way in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They lost ground on first down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. He's looking to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa State. Lead in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but, man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw, trying to get to him. And they got him for the sack.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. He's looking downfield to throw. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the returner will be brought down. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with them, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it, he's not going to throw back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, made the big play.
The defense will have to key on the run and try to get this ball back. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the running back. At the 35, he's got room.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Handoff to the lone back. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cuse.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's not going to make it. Stop short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Cox. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Got a man in the middle. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Going up top on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Lee. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. And the Cyclones come to the line in the hurry-up. Now from inside the red zone. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. He's got it on the run. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
The clock is at 40 seconds. They'll line up for the onside kick and try to save themselves in the waning moments. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now, to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.